Hey guys, and welcome back to another Warframe 2024 playthrough episode. This week, we are going to be carrying on with the new event. I just want to point out, like, for those of you who are probably thinking this is so repetitive now, that this really is like a time where you need to be just solidly farming this. If you want to like progress in the game, when these things pop up, you want to be focusing them hard and getting as much out of it as you possibly can. Think about it, if we can get a full Arcane Energize out of this, then, or an additional extra full Arcane Energize, I am going to get a full Arcane Energize out of this, but if we can get an additional one on top of that, you know, in sort of 3, 4, 5 months time, that's like a guaranteed at least 1k platinum that we're going to be looking at. I realise that obviously these things are quite close together in that respect, but you know, even if I look on the marketplace now, you know, while this event is ongoing, a rank 0, you know, minimum is still 30 platinum each, and a maxed is 740 while the event is ongoing. You know, it's been going a week now, so these things are still very pricey. You know, they take a while to farm, so it's definitely worth focusing, and we are going to be doing it a lot, so apologies for that. I'll try and make the videos as interesting as possible still, and we still have to do all the weekly stuff and things each week as well, because we want to continue building up our Archon Shard Horde and things like that. So yeah, what I'll do though to begin with, I want to just show you guys kind of where we're at with it and what we've got to date. So we'll pop down. I have done a bit off camera before starting this episode, so let's go ahead and fast travel to Ordis. So over here, we basically have got nothing still. Our primary goal is going to be getting the Basmu and the Seti Lacera. Those two are musts. Everything else is if we can, essentially. The Krios Signal would be quite nice, I guess, to have on some of our builds, like Titania. But it's neither here nor there. You know, it's an aesthetic, and at this point in the game, we shouldn't be focusing on aesthetics. Volatile motes. Now, I do have a rank 3 Arcane Energize now, plus 4. So I'm going to get this up to max, and then, like I said, any additional volatile motes that we get, we're just going to get energized. We're not going to bother with these two, because as soon as the event ends, this one is going to go up in value faster than these two will. Especially this one. It'll go way faster than Barrier. So, you know, we're going to hoard as many energizers as we can. And then once the price starts to go up again, we will begin setting them off, and then, you know, we can buy whatever remainders we need if we do need to. We probably won't, because we'll just get them from Eidolon hunts. And then in terms of sigil modes, we now have everything. We have a full Jade set, at least. We have the Evensong, we have the Centaur, we have the Harmony, or Canter, or whatever it is. And we have a full Arcane of each of these. So we're basically done on this front. All we're interested in now is the volatile motes, which means we can focus the alerts a lot more as they come up, because it's faster to get them most of the time through the alerts than it is through doing the events. But obviously, yeah, if there aren't any events up, or not events, alerts, sorry, then we will just be doing the event over and over again. So yeah, that's basically where we're at, and we are just going to be doing it over and over again. So it's going to be very repetitive for the next sort of couple of episodes, I imagine. And we're going to start out here. We do have a Sabotage and an Exterminate, which is pretty quick. Mobile Defense, probably not worth doing, as it's, you know, overall time is going to be about the same as an event cycle would be. Although, yeah, you'll get a few more volatile modes. You usually get like 7 average, I guess, from doing an event run, whereas this is 10, so we might still do it, but yeah. We need to do weekly stuff and things first, so let's pop down to Deimos and we will go ahead and start doing the Deep Archimedia.
Alright guys, so as someone rightly pointed out in last week's episode, you can do this obviously on Steel Path. I don't actually like doing this on Steel Path, especially solo. If you want to do this on a group on Steel Path, then by all means, you know, but right now I don't really have the frames to be doing this on solo. I think ideally I'd want maybe like a Necros tank kind of going on, but we only have kind of Chroma to work with on Steel Path right now, so that's what we're going to roll with, and that's what I have done it with in the past. And we're just going to make use of the Kuvanukor's radiation right here, and that way when we damage enemies or kill them applying radiation, then yeah, the enemies will just fight each other rather than us. And also what's worth noting is that the Jade Light Eximuses, as you can see there, their lights move actually quite a bit faster. We also are basically going to be unable to use, well, we would be unable to use Titania's fourth ability to take on the sister towards the end of the fight. So what I'm going to do right here just quickly is get our Fenmore nice and charged up before swapping back to our Kuvanukor, and obviously our Exterior Contagion Zor right here. So let's actually go ahead and get that in Incarnon form. Alright, so we're getting close to the top now, so let's get this guy ready. We do have Unairu on right here. I'm actually going to throw down my Uncle Crewmate as well for some extra damage. So we can use our first to strip the shield, and second to get rid of the armor, like so. And then the Uncle Crewmate can obviously go to town. Whoops, daisy. Let's try and get this guy. That was my bad. And then, yeah, kind of just standard. We can use our Kuvanukor again just to make sure the enemies are attacking each other and not the capsule. Nice little diversionary tactic right there. Oh dear, that wasn't good. But it's fine. Fortunately, you can't really use this bit, lose this bit, sorry, it just wastes time. Which is, again, you know, one of the problems with doing this on solo. You know, unless you have the proper distraction tools in place, you might end up losing time to stuff like this. Also, the enemies often spawn unreasonably close in this. And sometimes they just don't spawn at all. So there you go, again, between kind of 6 and 7 minutes, we managed to get ourselves 12 volatile modes. That's actually pretty good. Not a bad run. So yeah, like I said, you can do it on Steel Path. It's just a bit more stressful, especially if you're on solo, but in a squad, no problem at all. Alright guys, so we are once again going to have to take a bit of a pause because Baro's here and he has too much stuff that we need. Again, so we are going to have to go ahead and, yeah, farm up some ducats because we have none. I don't even think we have anything to trade in, but we literally need everything here in the way of primed mods and weapons. So we're going to need 650 for primed reach and primed firestorm, plus another 575. I should definitely have a calculator up as I go about this. Let's get one of those real quick. So 350, 300, 575. And then we also are going to want, is that it down there? I think that's it, right? For those, yeah. Combo killer, plus 5-second combo duration on kill with secondary weapon. Oh wait, plus 5 seconds combo duration on kill with secondary weapon. Reset melee combo time. Interesting, but probably not useful for us right now. We want the Prisma Veritux, so that's another 500. I've messed up my calculations. Plus 500. We want the Quanta Vandal. Plus 450. And we definitely want primed dual rounds. That's a new one for me. I don't think there's anything else we want there. So another 400 on top of that. 2,575 ducats we are going to need to collect. Let's just check real quick that there's nothing we can get rid of in here. I'm going to probably do this off camera actually. Okay, yeah, so there's nothing that we can sell, so oh no. We're going to have to go ahead and start farming up. Let's take our Titania damage and see what there is in the way of void fissures. So
Nothing good. Maybe this, though? I don't know what that's going to be. There's a Miso Rescue right there. Where's this one? Was it Valak? Crossfire Spy. No thanks. Let's do the rescue, I think. I think we've actually got a fair few Misos. Yeah, we've got a few. Do we have all of these golds now? Yeah. 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 And yeah. Okay. We don't have the Okina Prime handle. So let's do G7s until we get that. Let's make sure it's on public. And we'll see what we can get, guys. Alright, so I've been opening relics for a while now, so let's just pop down and see how much we've made. It's almost certainly not going to be enough to buy everything we want, but at the very least maybe we could get all the weapons to begin with. Let's see, so if we go Void Trader, oh look at that timing. F to thank. And then, yeah, let's see. So we got owned on. We can sell 4 Revenant chassis, 3 of those, 2 of those, 1 of those, 2 of those. Yeah, we've got quite a lot. 1,325. So let's see. Prisma lens. We can get the Prisma lens and I guess the Prisma Veritux. We should get both of those. They're the most expensive right now. Or I could just get all of the primed mods. Maybe that's better at this point. Yeah, let's do that actually. So let's buy primed Reach, primed Firestorm, and primed Dual Rounds. Nice. Okay, so in order to get these last few bits, we're going to need another 1,125 plus that 1,665 minus that. So basically we need like another 1,300, 1,400 more. So we just got to do what we just did, but again. Oh, so long and so much effort. But we'll get there. Right, let's carry on. Alright guys, so I've been counting it up. I've already got a few of the bits that I missed out on, but I think now I should be able to trade in enough to get this. So let me just go through right here. Make sure we've got everything. So we'll get the Quanta Vandal. We're going to have to get another weapon slot, I think. And the Prisma Veritex. There we go. Alright guys, so I'm going to take a quick break from doing the event. I've been grinding so hard on it, and yeah, I'm out of puff now, so I'm just going to leave it be for a bit. We still got 18 days to make the most of it, but yeah, you know, I've already basically got an entire Energize out of this and all of the other stuff that comes with it, so I'm happy with our progress even now. Even if we just stopped here, it would still be a great bonus for us in this playthrough. But yeah, I think in the meantime, we'll go back to farming some frames. Now, the next one in our list is Kullervo, but his kind of Banes, the stuff we need to buy him, will only drop, or we're only able to get them during Anger, Sorrow, and Fear spirals. And right now, it is not that. It is going to be Sorrow in an hour and a quarter, so I don't even know if I'm going to be around to farm that. I've probably not really got any of these already. Like, I may have done one Kullervo fight in the entire playthrough so far, so we've probably got like 7 or 8 maybe, and we're going to need a lot more than that. I think it's like 42 we're going to need to get the full set, which is probably about 7 or 8 playthroughs of the Duviri experience on Steel Path, so you know, that's like 2 hours worth essentially of farming, which is a nightmare. But yeah, we can't do them now anyway. So the next one on the list after that is Lavos, or Lavos, or whatever you want to call him. And we can get him from the Necrolisk. So let's go down here. See how much we need to get him. I think we're probably going to have to rank up a few more times. I've already been playing so long today, holy, literally like 3 hours. It is the weekend. So who sells him? That's the question. Is it Father that sells him? Lavos, there we go. We can already buy his parts. How about that? But we're gonna need, let's see, so I get the blueprint. How much is each of these? Is it 10? Not 10, sorry, 5. That's good. Nice and easy. Another one ticked off the list. We're obviously gonna need the materials to build him, but we don't need to worry about that just yet, since we're just getting the components. So now that's done, we can move on to Limbo. That's the next one in our list alphabetically, and for Limbo we got to do Limbo's quest, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna keep on, let's swap back over to Titania Damage. Okie dokie. Alright guys, so managed to get Loki, but my god, it took a while. 14 of the other blueprints before I got one system, which just ridiculous. But I've gone ahead now, we're moving on to Mesa, so I've bought 3 Mutualist Alad V keys, because we're going to need those to craft up the Assassinate missions that we get Mesa blueprints from, so I've just got 3 for now, because obviously that's the minimum I'm going to need. We've already got the blueprint. If we get lucky, we'll get it pretty quickly. But I will also be on the lookout for Mutualist Alad V key, or sorry, coordinate drops from invasions as well. Currently, I don't believe there are any. I just checked a minute ago, but yeah, there's none still, so it's going to be a Fomorian event soon. So we'll move on until obviously those keys get crafted, and we'll do it bit by bit. So next is going to be Mirage. Now, where the hell do we get Mirage from? I thought that was a quest for Mirage. Oh, but you know what? We already got Mirage, didn't we? Because we got Eclipse. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind, guys. Well, that's nice. That's another one ticked off the list. So the next one is going to be Necros. So let's go ahead, put Titania Speed back on. And over to Deimos we go. Lephantis, where are we? Yeah, just under 2 minutes per run. That's not too bad.
Alright guys, so we're going to round out the episode there. We have made some very good progress this week. It was a bit unfortunate that Baro came in with all of the stuff in his inventory that we wanted. But you know, it forced us to get some relics opened, and we did get some new parts, and obviously we have all of that new stuff from Baro now, which is just great. So we can make use of that moving forward. In terms of the event, we now basically have a full energize. I think I'm literally one energize off a full energize. So once we have that, my thought is that we are probably just going to stop with this event. In terms of actually doing the missions, I should say. So the alerts we are going to keep an eye out for still on Steel Path. So any that are capture, rescue, sabotage, like this one, spy, you know, anything like that we can do very, very quickly on solo, we're just going to do when they appear. Because these actually cycle quite quickly. And, you know, we get 15 from each. So it's basically like, well, a little over 3 of these alerts each time for an energize. So, you know, we'll still be doing that, but we're not going to be wasting time anymore on this event. We have all of the stuff that we want. We have all of Jade's parts and all of the aesthetics that we wanted, so that's now done. We're not going to touch it anymore, and we are going to go back to focusing on collecting frames, which this week we did actually manage to get a few more of. You know, we got Loki, we got Limbo, we got Necros. We've made a start on Mesa, although that being said, I should probably collect the Mutualist Allied V key that's now done and start another one. And I'll be doing that kind of off camera in the background, Mesa, because obviously, yeah, we just have to wait every time we get a key, which is kind of annoying. We could just buy the keys outright, but I'm not about that. But anyway, I'm rambling and getting sidetracked. If you did enjoy this video, guys, do leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. I'll see you later.